Yo, what's good, bro? I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's been a minute for I'm not gonna lie. It's been it's been a very long time. Like it's might been like a couple days, but I'm not gonna sit here and lollygag. I feel like normally when I like really do my videos, I'm finna like start talking like nothing has happened. Like I think that'd be a better approach. But just say just to say SiegeX is not really like I be seeing like the cheaters and shit and like that and like people saying it's dying voice crack and then people saying like Siege is like unplayable, which is true, but if this make more sense, I'm gonna say it. But it's like, would you rather watch, like, hear me out, would you rather watch Pro League 24/7 or watch your favorite content creator? And that comes a long way on just having people watch Pro League now. Because if you say you can't play rank, you might as well just watch it. You know, like at most you can probably watch Pro League. At most, you know, or you can probably watch like a couple legit games from your favorite creator. But then again, they might run into a cheater. But if you want to be cheater free, your best bet is just to put down Rainbow and just strictly watch Pro League. Then on top of that, it's like if you don't want to do that, you can honestly just, make your not I won't say make your own content, but you can honestly just watch, other people play. Like Spoit, you have Uzi, you have Skittles, you have all these other people that can stand the cheaters. Not saying that they can stand the cheaters, but they can stand it because they're already good, and it makes good content. Like at most, they're gonna probably beat the cheater and then get them banned. So that's about it. But it's boring. It's lame. We don't want to keep seeing the same old things. In my opinion, I don't care. If I like the content creator, I'm gonna watch it. So like, it doesn't really matter. But it doesn't get boring to me, actually. Uh, I've said this plenty of times. Well, my third time saying it. I got into watching what's his name? Spoit, not Spoit. I've been watching. I mean, with Spoit, it's on and off, but I think I've been watching. What's his name? Bolo. Watching Bolo more. He tough. Bolo tough. I fuck with Bolo. But yeah. Yeah. But before I even get into the video, like actually, I have something to say. I'm not gonna lie. Siege has been taking a toll on me. Not being able to play rank, it does have withdrawal. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not even gonna get into that. But the main reason why I want to say this before I actually start is because I think I lost my Siege touch, like controller wise. Like my sense, it's literally not even that high. It's like damn near, I think it's 30-60, and the controller lags out for some apparent reason. And you may think, well, I'm a controller and with the batteries. In my opinion, I just think that I play too quickly, because you know how like if you play too swiftly on like any controller, it turns off by itself, or it kind of like lags, or it gives you like an input lag if it's trying to detect cheating in a way, you know? So I think I kind of high-key lost my touch on roller. And I haven't played Xbox for a very long time. I'm normally PlayStation, so when I play PlayStation and I play on Xbox, my hands don't feel the same, and I don't like that shit at all. But I'm probably not gonna play like too much Siege. I'm just gonna probably play Siege just for videos. That's about it. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna still learn about it or like actually get better. I watch Fett, like that's top notch. Like if I'm watching Fett, I'm gonna probably get better at Siege. Like so it's like, bro, I'm not gonna oh no, no more content. Like it's gonna be more content, way more than you think it is, but just by saying that, I'm convinced I lost my touch on controller Siege. So I'm gonna probably have to get a PC. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but that's not my my big deal. My big deal is like actually still having reasonable content to put out there. But yeah, um, like paying controller is dog shit. But yeah, I think I actually lost my touch. But is it bad? No. Like, I still learn. Like, it's not hard to learn Siege without playing the game. But it just feels like sometimes I want to play it so bad, but I can't because I have so many disadvantages. So many disadvantages. So many disadvantages. That's not even a word. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Like, like, have a, like, like, I almost said a disability. I'm stuck. But yeah, for real, I don't be tripping. Like, like, if I could play, I could play it. If not, if not. I don't really cry about it. But yes, that was my message. I believe I'm losing my siege touch. So it kind of feels bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it kind of hurt. It hurts a little bit because I know I could be way better. But I feel like my hands move way too fast for the controller itself. So that's why it lags out, like it makes it so jittery. So I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna even attempt to actually like do it again. So I'm just gonna like, yeah, I'm not gonna try to like get better again. I'm just gonna like play how I play and just, suck it up. But but yeah, just I think that was the main thing. I think it was, but yeah, I just yeah. And with that being said, remember yesterday I was like, I'm going to like do a different type of like channel on my YouTube. This is one of the things I'm talking about. Uh T Hunt. This in particular with the dummies is T Hunt. So what I want people to work on, and especially my AIs, know how to peek doorways. Don't mind me talking, but try to visualize a better way to peek doorways without exposing your body. And notice how when I clear things, I stay ADS. It doesn't matter if it's clear or not clear. I stay ADS. And then let's just say it is actually clear. Then it's okay to un-ADS. But just all in difference of just to show that how can you actually peek doorways, door frames, and anything that's peekable to your advantage. All the time. You don't have to always rush in and shoot, run and gun, run and gun, run and gun. Run and gun is cool and all, but when you have tactical versus just straight up shooting, you get beat every time because you're not gonna watch these small angles people make just for them to rotate. A defender might look at a rotate as a rotate, but an attacker might look at a rotate as an opportunity because that rotate is going to be used by the defenders to rotate back towards you. And as an attacker, it's an easy opportunity to honestly sit on that rotate, put a trap, an air jab, a claymore, whatever to your advantage to like basically not really clearly rotate, but make sure that rotate is not being rotatable. So, long story short, like just learn how to like peek your angles because oftentimes you do get messed up when you don't peek your angles. And just to add on to the little drama, which cheaters are lazy. So if you're trying to peek a corner with a cheater, they're probably not gonna peek that corner because they're gonna wanna let you expose your body just so they can shoot at you, or they might wall. But an angle can always defeat a cheater because they're not gonna want to hold this angle so tight of like for a long period of time. they're not gonna want to like peak certain things. They're gonna be lazy enough just to peek a wide or narrow way and then kill you, you know? So if you want to be like a bot and get a kill on a cheater, work on your angles. Trust me, it would make a big difference if you're just trying to blatantly run at a cheater and hoping he misses his shots. But rather than actually having a good angle on him, you would kill him every single time. So trust me, just work on angles. When you're clearing angles, don't un-ADS. Always aim head level, you know, the whole 9 yards. But that's what I want to push. So yeah, if you're clearing anything, make sure your gun is up head level and you're clearing it all the way through. Don't un-ADS. I don't care if you're trying to like just move a centimeter to the left. If you're moving to the left, don't un-ADS. You don't have to look at the ground to move. You need to be confident enough to know what you're doing and why you're doing it. And then also your corners, you're peeking, you're shooting, you're leaning, you're holding this angle like tight as fucking day, you know, like don't put your guard down. And then you may wonder, why do these people always kill me? When you go into AI, my neck hurts, bro. When you go into AI, you've noticed the scans and then like the extra icons. Excuse me. These icons show you what the map is about. So one thing, if you really want to get better in Siege, know the maps. Well, I don't know the maps, bro. Go to T-Hunt, aka AI, and then turn on every option there is, except for, so because the bots could shoot back. Make sure that's off. But anything else, turn everything on. You can see the cameras, you can see the staircases, you can see the hatches, and you see drone holes. So if you have a problem trying to learn the map, turn those options on, and you can see your surroundings better. Like you won't be lost on trying to find out where the stairs at, and it has only 5 seconds left on the game. You know, so don't try to make it so difficult enough than what it already is, trying to find your way through the map without even like looking or droning or even, you know. So long story short, I'm telling you, it's gonna help a long way. And if you really do get lost, it helps, you know. Like when your team actually needs you, you're able to run around like you know what you're doing. Then just, where's the stairs at? I can't find the stairs. I can't, like, nah, bro. They're right there. You know, like you're not even looking. But yeah, this is what I'm showing, honestly. And then I want you to just showing angles, like, and to really make it better, Siege helps you in a way to show that it's a possibility someone might be here. And I like how they did this because it's not just random spots they pick. It's spots where people might be there, you know? So it's like you can swing something and expect a close or far. Close far just honestly means narrow and wide, you know? And I assume pro players do that or do this because I do it. If I'm able to talk and to play rank, I'm calling out wide or narrow in any swing. So it's like widening, narrow. Like that's how I can indicate to someone that they're close enough or they're holding a long strip of an angle, and that's narrow, you know? So it's like if I'm saying narrow, your best bet is to be backed up as fast as possible and getting ready for that itty bitty pink, or when I say wide, get ready for that swing because you're gonna swing you on a wide swing. So that's just how I get around in rank. That's how I honestly survived rank, just knowing the calibrations of like narrow and wide. So it's like if you're gonna narrow somebody, this is the narrow peak right here. That's narrow. So when someone says wide is a bigger, broad way. So This is someone wide swinging you. That's a wide swing. A narrow will be close to an object as possible. This it's self-explanatory. Like narrow, as in like short, but very skinny and long. Wide is like, not fat, but like chunky, but visible enough. And all around the map, it has honestly different things. So it's like if you genuinely need help to know like where the default cameras are at, play AI, play it, turn the options on, and generally you would understand why they have these small little things. Even the EMP grenades, like you see why they're available for like mostly everybody, because it's very important for you to not only have it, because it's important enough. Not it's important enough to have it, but then it's another to like not use it when you have it, and then when it's needed, you know, it's like you don't pick a loadout because you're not sure. You pick it because you're sure, right? So only in the end, it's just trying to use your environment and your gadgets to your best ability. That's about it. And I did pick a Nook on purpose because she can honestly she can literally zip through Bank. Like Bank is the map where, sorry, Bank is the map where like it's like I never actually used Nook like that, but Bank is the map where Nook is strong as hell. Like she's very, very, very strong. So using Nook to your best ability, I'm telling you, you would get so many kills just off like using her gadget alone. But yeah, um, yeah, just turn on those modes, not modes, turn on those settings, not settings, turn on the options is a better word. Turn on those options and trust me, you would you would feel like you belong in Siege, Even if you're new, you would feel like you belong in Siege. Because it being SiegeX, it does have new things like, the the I would say exhaust tank, but that's not the right word. I would say the fucking fire, the fire pole, and then you have the that smoke shit. I forget what it's called. Extinguisher? Yeah, that word. You have that, and then you have the little fire exhaust pole, whatever that shit called. But yeah, you can honestly move better, and it's it's pretty. I won't say different, which it is different, but I would say it's unique. Well, unique is different, but in its own little way. So I guess different, whatever. And it is also TMI, like playing for a very long time. It doesn't bother me that I can't play rank. It just bothers me that I'm not able to like work around it. That's the big issue, is like I can't work around it. It's like, what else can I do? You know what I'm saying? So to my best ability, I'm gonna be posting a lot, hell of a lot, because it's like, I'm just trying to like, you know, do my shit with like YouTube, and like, if like, I don't know, I like YouTube better than Twitch. Sorry, that was kind of like off topic, but I like YouTube better than Twitch. So with streaming, like I don't like, if I can stream, I would, but I don't recommend it. But if I do want to stream badly, I would want to probably stream on YouTube. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, this is honestly me trying to like just teach you guys like just like play the map. Like if you think this, like I've met plenty of people, and especially I have a friend of mine that only was crack. He owned, bro, really nigga. He only knows Oregon. Like that's the only map he knows is Oregon. It's like, how do you only know Oregon? Like you don't play rank and play Oregon strictly. He says nah. He just knows how to identify Oregon better. It's like he says he doesn't know where any staircases are. He doesn't know where any cameras are. Like, bro, you have to look around. But it's like, bro, I can't look around. It's like you shooting at me. Like, bro, like you have to like, like it's, cause I feel like with Rainbow Six Siege, you just you're just put into a game. You have to reach level 50, and then you're just put into a game to expect the expected, which is false, you know. But being someone who knows the game, it doesn't matter what level you are. You're gonna run around like a hellish chicken, but you're gonna know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like your head is in the basement, and then your body is upstairs. You may look silly and stupid, but you know what you're doing because you know the map. And on top of that, your head is in the basement, and you're the body, so you're basically running to your head because you know where it's at. Like you don't need like if you can okay, I'm gonna put it this way. If you can cut off your head, that's kind of TMI. If you could cut off your head and put it somewhere else, you wouldn't really need your head to be on your body to go to your head because you can identify where you're at and take your body over there. So to enemies' eyes, you will look like a hellish chicken, but in your eyes, you will look like a sweat because you know what you're doing. So that's where it all comes in at. Just looking stupid in a way, but also smart. But yeah, I think that's a good example in my opinion. But yeah, uh, I'm just showing drone hose. That's about it. But that's with all the settings on. Like I said, you have hatches, you have the you have cameras, you have drone holes, and then you have staircases. So those settings can honestly help you move around the map. Like there's no problem with you having bad aim. You can play this and still work on your aim, but your main OBJ is to know your surroundings. Like every good player knows where to go because they know where to shoot at. And I think in my head, it's kind of like a lingo. If you like, see, I almost said it wrong. If you're Bolo with good aim, like, no, I was wrong. I'm gonna say it better. You can't be Bolo with good aim if you don't know where to shoot. That's better, yeah. So, like, don't expect Bolo to be so goody goody if he doesn't know where to shoot. And that falls under knowing your maps. Like, know the map. Like, Bolo was Bolo because he knows his maps. Like, he knows where to shoot at. It's like, same thing as Candyman, Skittles. Like, they know where to shoot at. So it's like, you can't expect someone is cheating because they know their maps. And that's why I believe cheaters are actually trash. Like, they suck balls. It's like, you can easily learn a map. Like, you can easily learn the map and still cheat, but no, you decide to cheat but not learn the map. And that's how most people die with cheats because they don't know the map. It's like, my God, like, do you not realize it's a whole wall right here, bro? It's like, like we for real. Like how do you cheat and not learn the fundamentals? But anyways, yeah. So it's like, if you want to get good, like your favorite streamer, Bolo, Candyman, Z-Dog, like if you want to get better like them, stop them, like, all those guys. If you want to get better like them, know your maps. It's not aim, it's not cheating, it's definitely not running in like with Ash and Ash rushing. It's knowing the map. Because how can you rush if you can't find the staircases? So it goes a long way, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, TMI, I'm not gonna lie. Niggas very loud. I don't care. I'm gonna post it and edit shit out. I don't care. But anyways, yeah. I just wanted to say that because, you know, it's true and it's very important to know. And this may be out of reach, but think about a plant in Siege. Like, Siege is not technically dying if you don't water it, meaning if you don't pay attention to it, if you don't care about your KD, if you don't care about your rank. So all in the end, if you're saying that Siege is dying, think of a plant. If you don't water it, you're gonna have to. But not saying that you have to play Siege. It's just the aspect of like you're gonna have to honestly take some type of like effort in saying that, I can't dictate what this person says. I have to see for myself, you know? So only in the end, it's not really about like saying Siege is dying, so no point of playing it. You as a player never played Siege. So how can you say Siege is dying if you never actually gave it that water it needed? You see what I mean? It kind of makes sense, but that's what I mean. You know, it's like you as a player can't say it's dying if you never had that chance to play it, or if you never had that chance to actually like get into it, you know, for your own personal gain. And I know that does sound like a stretch, but that's the best way possible I can say that. But I feel like if you want to play Siege, like I said from the get-go, just learn, you know. Don't be looking at this drama, but only in the end, just like I said, watch your corners, know how to peek. I'm gonna make a video on like how to peek more better, and then the whole 9 yards. But know how to peek, know how to use your angles, narrow and widening. Um, if you need help, turn on the options: staircases, hatches, default cameras for offense and defense, and then you have drone holes. So the next time you play rank, you won't be lost on trying to figure out what to do or like how to play the game because you know what to look out for as a player. And half of the times you don't want to do it because it seemed like a lot of work, but that's the fun thing about Siege. When you put in the hard work, you get a reward. The reward is you getting a kill, and then that kill turns to happiness, and then happiness turns to wanting to play Rainbow again, and it's a whole cycle that you get a kill, you're happy, you play Siege again. You get a kill, you're happy, you play Siege again. And it goes on and on and on and on because now you understand the game of Siege. Because for the average player, they're not going to want to do all these extra steps for one kill. You know what I'm saying? Like COD, you drop in, load in, shoot, run around, it's a kill. But with Siege, you have to do all these little things for one kill. It says a lot. So all in the end, it's gonna make you wanna like actually try because it seems like hard work, but it's not really hard work if you're putting your brain to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's hard work, yes, but if you actually put your brain to it, it's not gonna be hard. It's just gonna slow you down even more, you know? And that's the big thing I would want to talk about more is about like cheaters and like not really cheaters, but like people who like take Siege to like a slower pace, because when you play slower, you do tend to like muffle, like you tend to like realize what I'm doing is a waste of time, and then you just chalk it and you just do whatever and you die, and then you complain about, man, I took forever, I wish I didn't do that, I wish this, I wish that. No, if you would have took your time, you would have honestly got that kill, or even told yourself someone's actually here. If you just didn't listen to like the inner voice on saying that you're too much time, too much work, just listen to yourself and honestly just drone. And there's nothing more worse, like, and I can honestly, like, it's just so annoying. There's nothing worse than a bot who drones so fucking much, and then you're like, can this guy hop in the fucking building? And then the moment you leave, this guy is just looking in the direction where you seemly to assumingly just to run towards to. And then by the time you pick your gun up, he's already killing you with this dirty ass, lucky ass headshot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you ever been in that position where you just hope this AI stops droning in this house in the building and they never hop in, But the moment you run, they shoot you with the dirtiest aim ever, and their first shot is a headshot. That's the worst shit ever, bro. Like, I hate that shit. So it's like, that alone shows like Siege is like all about divining time, like divine timing. You know, it's like you can never sit there and hope that Siege is on your side. Cause it's Siege. I'm not gonna lie, Siege is never on your side. Never. So don't hope to like not get spotted. You're gonna get spotted. Don't hope to not get killed. You're gonna get killed. Don't hope not to get hit by a Capcan trap. If you don't check, you will, you know? So it's like it it's always like it always happens when you don't expect it. So 10 out of 10, your best bet is just to check because you never know, you know? So just learning how to play Siege, it goes a long way. But now here's the big turn. I'll probably mix it up wrong, but this game mode is AI. It's AI, but I think I call it T Hunt or Training Grounds. I think I called the bots Training Ground and this T Hunt, but either or. This is another game mode, and of course it's been shown a lot, but to really get to the nitty gritty of it, all this is like all of this is it, bro. What all this is what the fuck am I what like, bro? Like when I talk, bro, I just like, bro, I'm gonna get mad. All this is, bro. I don't give a fuck what this is. It's like it is AI like the old terrorist hunt, but what's like whatever. It is like the old terrorist hunt, but it's I won't say better, but it's kind of like a simulation. So you can join in with your squad or whatnot, but if you're solo queue, you're gonna you're gonna load in into a regular game, like you're playing like a ranked game or a quick match. But the only thing is it's AI. And they have two options. They have default and they have advanced. Advanced is God forbidden aim. It's like they have the aim of I don't fucking know. And then you have default, like it's just, like a default AI. But I would say this, if you do play AI at advanced, and then let's just say you're advanced as well as in player, they will up the aim. Like, and they will wall you. Like, they're gonna wall hack you. Like, so let's just say you get spotted by AI and then you keep holding that angle or keep holding that peak, they will literally track you through the wall and headshot you. So it does kind of falls under like how advanced do you play? Like if you play too fast, they're gonna be trying to kill you super fast, you know? So it's like only in the end, don't try to make it too complicated. So your best bet is to play default, play default. But really and truly, you get to have the feel of like an actual game. That's the whole point. So you can feel like you're in an actual game. You can work on your movement, work on your aim, work on skill in general. You can work on your peaking. Like you can work on skill in general, Like you don't always have to play quick match to warm up. You don't always have to play, unranked to warm up. You can play this mode to warm up, And not to say that it's better, but in my opinion, it is better for like the AIs and like bots. And like when I say AI bots, I mean the players who like are fucking Garbo. I'm sorry. Like if you're Garbo, your best bet is to play AI and Training Ground, so you can actually get the feel of like at least feeling competitive, But yeah, just work on that and you would get better, trust me. And I see it a lot. Like people always be asking like other streamers, how do I get better? How do I do this? How do I do that? I'm not saying like, watch me, but I'm just saying, like, it's not that, like, it's simple than you think, like, when people, the last time I seen that question, I think it was in Uzi's chat. Someone had asked him, how do I get better? Or like, how do I, somewhat, how do I get good in Siege? And like, he just told them, play, nonstop. Well, consistently, like, just play the game, and get a stack, That might not be his very words, but I know at the beginning he was saying just play, just keep playing the game. But it's that simple. Keep playing the game, but then again, it's like you have to know the small niche things. It's like you're not going to want to peek it, but you have to peek it. So if you're gonna peek this angle, you're gonna have to lean. And then the whole meaning of this is like people don't want to do the extra step. It's like, bro, like you can be so good if you just choose to do what you need to do. It's like you don't have to do it, but you need to do it. It's like I don't want to reinforce this wall. I like having this wall open. How can we see them walking in? The objective is not being able to see them walk in. The objective is to make them able not to get in. So if you can see them, like, okay, that's cool. No, TMI, hear this out. I say this because it was a day I was playing consulate, right? I was playing upstairs default site. You know that double wall that goes between A and B, and then it's that doorway, and it's that window on like the balcony, and then you have the little closet area, and then the wall, and then you have the whole like room, the whole B side. I was reinforcing the wall next to the double wall. So you have the doorway. So look, so you have visualize. You have the balcony window, and then you have the door, and then you have that two double wall. And then when you go inside that room into A site, it's the wall in front that faces the entryway of yellow staircase, and you have the middle platform of like the front desk area. Literally, I'm reinforcing the middle wall next to like the double wall, and someone TKs me on saying that, why would you do that? You can't see them walk in. You're not supposed to see them walk in. And I mirror for that. And I mirror. So it's like you're not supposed to see them walk in. Your best bet is to reinforce this so they can't walk in. So it was like, what? And it's like, but yeah. I kind of lost track. Videos long, you know what I mean. Like always, I think but